and the Rose Bowl. It is week 8 of the EA Sports college football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Clemson Tigers and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Coming out with it, it's Morgan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iamaleava escapes the pressure going right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
Looking for a crease.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down.
Snags it, and there's running room. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, on the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had it.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, it's Johnson. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run him again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wesco. Smashes through the tackle. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Trying to bully their way in. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Left side, it's Moore. And he gets the 1st down, but, man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Moore. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down to the air. Out wide right, it's Wesco. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
wants to throw on third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Tigers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
Number 81 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Morgan. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got it.
Runs through a man. He might have space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. And beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And the Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Throwing, Imaliava. Grabbed over the middle. It's Knight. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Motion from the wide receiver. Oh, maybe a double pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Iamaleava going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
He's got it on the left. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
The Bruins moving quickly to the line. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal coming up. Looking for space. It's Knight. They put the brakes on it. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Touchdown, Bruins! He got it back corner of the end zone. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And the extra point is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Deep in the end zone, it's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. On the run, deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Throws it back. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quick give. It's Knight. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Makes the grab. There he goes. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gets the back moving. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that
He'll take the deep shot. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Throwing, Iamaleava. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's got it inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Still looking. Right side, it's Knight. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And this is why defensively, man, you want to keep your guy in the pocket. Like, once he starts to scramble, all the rules change, and now everybody's got to kind of adjust, and the running back just works towards the sidelines. As he starts to roll to the right, he creates a little bit of space, and they just dump it off. But it's a nice job by the QB buying some time.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Again, it's Iamaleava. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They'll snag it just inside the 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Tulsa taking on the number 21 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Golden Hurricane, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Makes the catch near the 50. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Iamaleava under pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Comes down, it's Matthews. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Bruins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Knight. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. He's got enough. Headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Wants to go up top on second down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Hauls it in. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Breaks the tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. They want to throw it. Caught! He gets it in! Touchdown, Clemson!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've got him corralled.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
And he avoids the sack.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on it? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Second and long here. Wide receiver going in motion. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The short hands, it's Matthews. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Changing the routes with his receiver. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the wideout. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Maybe a double pass. He'll pull it down and run. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends, they got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Wants to throw one first. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Running inside, it's Johnson. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares about throwing a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. He's dropped.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof. You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Bruins line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. And you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Look out! He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. UCLA will go back to work on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. The throw. It's dropped after taking the hit. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Throwing, Imaliava. Rolls right. He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Knight. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Bruins are threatening in the red zone. Imaliava from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Knight. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rushes on. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Bring him down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Boy, at this stage of the game, when every snap and every yard counts, that penalty is costly. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lucky to get it off.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. So the defense sets him up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs. Takes it the other way. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Clemson, 21.
From deep, it's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Piles his way ahead. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Still looking to his right. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the 1st down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Left side is Wesco. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box.
He'll take a deep shot here. Leaping grab for a big gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Iamaleava fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Throws it off the RPO. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close.
Makes the grab in their space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know that